Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
It's June 19th. It's our 7th day on the trail, including a 0 day. We left Deep Gap Shelter this morning at about 6:45, I think, and we just made our climb out of Dix Creek Gap. We're kind of late doing this post because it's been up and down all day. There's been no real flat areas. So today we're gonna go as far as we want to go. We have no real destination. We're just keeping an eye on water and water sources, and we'll probably end up stealth camping somewhere in between campsites or shelters. So nothing really significant to add. See that head? This is another non-poisonous snake. I think it's a rat snake. He's friendly. He's big too. Okay, this morning we left, see if I can click on it, Deep Gap Shelter, and it's quite a hike out of there, and we came out of Deep Gap Shelter heading towards Dix Creek Gap, right here where this parking sign is. Kind of hung out there for a little bit, and then started our climb out of Dix Creek Gap. We ended up passing Plum Orchard Gap Shelter and going over the top of, I don't know how to pronounce that, Asnob. Anyway, it was pretty tough. All in all, today was a very tough day. We ended up getting 10.4 miles in, and we're kind of hoping to get a few more in tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for today.
All right, good morning. So this is day number 8, the 20th of June, and we had a really good night's sleep after a tough hike from Deep Gap Shelter. We've been exhausted, but just pitched up our tent and went to sleep right away. So it was good, and we are ready for the next day. We're still like 2-3 days away from Franklin, and excited.
All right, so Georgia's finished. Now 13 more states to go. Something I wanted to talk about was video editing. So during our zero in Hiawassee, that was my crash course in video editing. Kind of thought I had it figured out before we started, but not really. It was really frustrating for me. Spent 2 hours working on one thumbnail for YouTube. And then in one of the previous videos, I discussed my irritation with me videoing in selfie mode. It's like a mirror image. And then today Gigi's like, you know, you can push this button and make it so that it's not a mirror image.
Easy.
So, well, we're figuring out as we go. And hopefully the videos will get better and better. So, looking like another tough day today. I'm going to go up, I think it's Standing Indian Mountain. Looks like a pretty tough climb. All right, and it's already been a tough day. See you guys later.
See you. So this is our campsite for tonight on Standing Indian Mountain.
All right, end of the day wrap up. I think total miles today was 11.2 or 11.4. We started off at this piped spring. It's kind of a stealth campsite, but there's very little water there, and we were able to filter a liter of water, but it was very dirty water, and I had to flush my filter out a couple of times to get all the debris out. Anyway, we left there this morning about 6:45, 6:50, and started our ascent up towards the North Carolina-Georgia border. Quite a steep climb. And then right above that was the Bly Gap. And we got water at Bly Gap, and just above Bly Gap is a real famous tree. And then from Bly Gap, we continued to climb up to Sharp Top, which is quite a steep ascent. Continued up the trail towards Muskrat Creek Shelter. Muskrat Creek Shelter's had some bear activity there for a while. We didn't stop there. We continued on, and as we passed Deep Gap, we kind of were deciding whether or not we were going to stay at Standing Indian Shelter or continue up to Standing Indian Mountain. We went ahead and had lunch at Standing Indian Shelter, and decided to go ahead and hike up to the top of the mountain and just stealth camp at the top, and that's where you see us now. So 18 mile, 87.5, and we're going to continue heading north and looking at doing a 0 in Franklin in 2 to 3 days.